Welcome back, Pause Menu Society. Got lost for a second. Welcome back, Pause Menu Society. I am one of your hosts, Derrick Daniel Ocean. With me is awesome Amy.
Hey.
Uh, Today we are actually recording this. It's Sterl's birthday, so send lots of love to him. He's out, obviously, birthday. Totally get it. Want everybody to enjoy their time, so it's just us two tonight. Um, be aware, our most recent episode, Champagne and Waffles, is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, etc., etc. Today, of course, we are talking about Raising Kanan, season 5. This is Streets Need a Body, parts. I think this is 6. Yeah, yeah. So we're
Yeah.
down to at this point. We are leading into the penultimate episode. The funny thing about it is if you don't know, penultimate means second to last.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is, they have named, if I'm not mistaken, the next episode, the penultimate episode, is called the penultimate episode for whatever reason. Let me double check. Oh, they don't have the title yet. I could have sworn somebody told me it was going to be called penultimate. Quick program reminder. So the finale is not going to be where we wake up and watch it whatever time we want on that date. They are doing what is called a linear premiere. So it's going to premiere to all of us at the exact same time. It is going to be 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on Friday, August 7th.
Okay.
So my thoughts are this. I talked to Sterl about this. I think I kind of put that voice note in the group chat. Um about um all of us watching it that night and then recording our episode right after. I guess we'll have to check scheduling, but that's how I want to do it. I want to get the episode out as soon as possible. Now, another programming note for the Power series. If you guys do not have stars and you want to catch Power, you could sign up for stars, or you can wait till this November. The original Power series and 3 of its spinoffs are heading to Netflix this November 2026. Power, Power Book 2 Ghost, and Power Book 3 Raising Kanan will be on Netflix in November. So if you guys haven't seen it, but
Okay.
you've been listening to our show, and you kind of want to start, go ahead and check it out in November. I think this, if you haven't seen it, is probably the best time to get in because you can watch it from Power Book Raising Kanan. Now, Origins is probably coming sometime next year. Haven't got official word on that yet. I believe it's 2027. That's going to be an 18 episode order for the first season of Origins. Um, there is an 8-year time jump. Power Origins will start in 2002. Now, based on the research that we've done, it looks like Breeze will be taken out in 1997 based on everything we've been told. So,
Right.
unless there's going to be a flashback, we might not see Breeze meet his ultimate demise. Um,
I can imagine that they
Interesting.
do a flashback.
They would have to. I don't because
Yeah.
if they don't, there's no reason to introduce Breeze into Raising Kanan for the remainder of last season and all of this season. Only the original Mothership series Power arrives on Netflix while Stars. Okay, hold on. Let's see. So all 4 shows, Power, Ghost, Raising Kanan, and Force, launch globally outside of the US. Um, Power Origins and Power Legacy are not included in this deal. Those will stay exclusive to Stars. So Legacy is going to be the Tommy and Tariq show, and Origins obviously is Young Ghost, uh, Kanan, and Tommy. Let's see. This autumn, as the leaves die off and the air becomes brisk, you might just be visited by a ghost. James Ghost St. Patrick, that is the lead character in the series Power. The show will premiere on Netflix in November of 2026, an American crime drama created by Courtney A. Kemp. Power follows Ghost Amari Hardwick, who seems to be living the dream in New York City. He's married to Tasha, who's played by the beautiful and talented Naturi Naughton, and owns Truth, one of Manhattan's hottest new nightclubs. Ghost has a second life. He's also a kingpin behind one of the city's most lucrative drug operations. Running things alongside his best friend Tommy Egan, played by Joseph Sikora, as the club takes off, Ghost starts eyeing an exit from the game entirely, hoping to build something legitimate, but that may prove difficult, especially after reconnecting with his high school sweetheart. and federal prosecutor Angela Valdez, played by Layla Loren. Series which included its 6-season run in 2020. Siri, stop listening. No, I don't.
Siri always
Anyway,
be trying to listen in.
nosy bitch. Season which the series which had concluded its 6-season run in 2020, has created several spin-offs since its debut on Stars in 2014. Franchise also includes the series Power Book 2, Ghost, Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Power Book 4, Force, and the upcoming prequel Origins. The franchise is produced by Lionsgate Television and executive produced by Kemp through her production company. End of episode, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson through G-Unit Film and Television, Mark Cannon through Cannon Entertainment, Chris Selleck, Kevin Fox, and Pete Chapman. So maybe Google has it wrong. So the original is definitely coming. No, it says Deadline says they're licensing. Let's see. Star's flagship Power franchise will soon be available on Netflix in most of the world. Okay, and a big licensing deal with Lionsgate Television. The global streamer has acquired international rights to Power, Power Book 2, Ghost, Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, and Power Book 4, Force, along with the domestic rights to the Mothership series. Stars remains the primary U.S. home to the Power universe. All seasons of Power, Ghost, Raising Kanan, and Force will continue to be available on Stars. Damn ad. And Stars streaming and on-demand platforms, which will also carry the upcoming offshoots Power Origins, Power Legacy. Neither of them are part of the licensing deal. So it looks like in the U.S., it's only going to be... Wait, hold on. The first 4 series in the Power franchise will start arriving on Netflix at the beginning of November, with timing varying market to market based on Lionsgate's existing local agreements. The pack, which spans all 6 seasons of Power, 4 seasons of Ghost, 3 seasons of Force, and 5 seasons of Raising Kanan, does not include Canada, where the Power franchise streams on Stars via its partnership with Bell Media. It is not exclusive with Lionsgate, able to license the shows to other platforms and territories where Netflix has them. Also in November, all seasons of the Mothership Power series, which have been licensed by Lionsgate to Hulu in the U.S. since 2017, will move to Netflix. 5th and final season, of Raising Kanan is currently being released, with new episodes airing exclusively on Starz linear network on Fridays at 8 p.m. and streaming weekly on Fridays on the Starz app and other Starz platform, heading to the August 7th series finale. So it looks like they're gonna... Netflix is picking up the 4 Power series following the recent breakout success of Nemesis' original drama from Power creator Courtney Kemp. So we know the OG is definitely coming to Netflix in November. It looks like the other ones are kind of timed. It'll be like a staggered release or something like that. I don't know. But if you haven't seen Power and you're itching to see it and you don't have Stars, keep everything tuned over to Netflix because it should be coming there. So,
yeah,
with all of that out of the way, you ready to get into this week's episode?
I'm ready.
What did you think, by the way?
It was wild.
Yeah.
A lot happened. So at the end of the episode, I was just thinking like this finale is gonna be big. I think
it's gonna be something.
They're really building into this finale really, really well. There's a lot of parts that I really liked a lot. We'll get into that as we move through it, but
so as I'm walking up the stairs to put my things down on Friday, eager to watch it, Sterl texts me. He's like, "I don't like how they ended the episode." And I'm like,
really?
"Don't say anything." I'm like, "Don't say anything. I'm just about to sit down and watch it now." So I'm like, from beginning, this fucking episode is off the rails. And then I see the end and I'm like, okay, I get what he's saying. I get why. So let's go ahead and do our breakdown. The recap shows us the pieces of the puzzle will be put together before this all ends. Obviously, it's a series finale, so we know. So we see Detective Howard, who was played by our guy Omar Epps. So some footage of Famous and stuff like that. So then we have the episode starting proper. Marvin is questioning Rock about Kanan shooting Luke.
Yep.
Rock, of course, with this conversation, we understand that Rock still very much loves her son. All right.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now Marvin brings up when they took Lou to rehab and they zip tied his wrist together, and Lou thought that they were going to kill him.
Mhm.
And he was like, just please don't leave me out there just by myself like that. And Marvin's like, he begged us not to do that, and you left him in the fucking trash to protect Kanan.
Yeah.
You do all of this to protect Kanan.
Yeah.
And you see Rock continuously looking at that spot on the wall where, Lou bled out. And I don't know. I don't know if Rock's going to survive. I
I
don't
don't think
think
she
she
is.
will.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
don't
she
think she
will.
will.
She's losing
Again,
control, like, absolute.
losing, I think she lost control a long time ago. I'm going to be
I
honest
mean,
with you.
she's just, like, off the handle now.
Yeah. She's just, what they say, how they say, if you tell a lie, you have to tell another lie and another lie and another lie to cover it up. And then eventually
Mhm.
you can't remember the original lie. It's not that she did tell a lie because she told them that she didn't. Here's the thing. Do you believe no mission is a lie?
I don't.
Okay. It depends. Some people say yes, some people say no. Now, she never said Unique killed Lou.
Right.
Marvin started rambling. It was like it had to be Neek, and Rock just kind of went with it.
Yeah, she just let him
So,
believe that.
right. So, really, she omitted the situation. Now,
Yeah.
but again, you have to keep covering up. You cover up all your steps to where it
Mhm.
goes back to the original lie, and so much time has passed, you can't remember what you said. So,
Yeah.
Rock lost control a while ago. She should when like, I think it was what, season 3 or something like that, where the end of one of those seasons where she was like, "I'm out the game," and she bought, like, that little, I guess
Yeah.
you call it a strip mall or whatever.
Mhm.
She probably should have stayed on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Now, we've said multiple times that when they wrote the original Power, I don't think that they had these spinoffs in mind, because
Yeah.
Kanan gets out of jail, Sean takes him to see, Ghost and Tasha, and he says, "I just stopped off to see my mom, and then I came here." So
Mhm.
a lot of people have that as, well, Rock is alive, and a lot of people are like, "Okay, well, Rock could be in the cemetery.
Yeah.
Well, why would he say he went to see his mom?" A lot of people say that. "I just went
Yeah,
to
a
see
lot of
my
people say
parents,"
that.
or "I went to see,"
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think she makes it. I think that Do I think Kanan really went to see Rock at the cemetery in the OG Power? It's possible because of what we find out in this episode, which we knew. Juke finds out, and then eventually Kanan will find out, but we knew, so we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Um, Marvin tells Rock if it wasn't for Juke, he would have killed Kanan,
Mhm.
um, which we all saw it. He was
When
gonna
he
plug his
whooped his
ass.
ass, whoo, boy.
So we didn't discuss this, but remember early on when we started recapping, and we were like, "Do you think he finds out
Mhm.
that Kanan killed him?" And Sturl was like, "No, because he would kill him if he did." And I was like, "Well, there is that shot in the trailer for the show where he goes into Kanan's house and swings on him. So maybe
Right.
lo and behold, that's exactly what it was about." So
Yeah.
we were both right because he did try to kill him, but Juke stopped him.
Yeah.
So I think everybody's batting 1,000 there.
Yeah.
Um, Jarita and Kanan.
Yeah.
We've got 2 episodes left. Do you think she tells Kanan she's late this next episode or the finale?
I think it's gonna be the finale.
You think
That's
so?
what I think. Um, well, yeah,
Let's
I
see.
think
Hold
so
on.
because it makes people want to go back and watch, um, what was it, Origins?
Okay, so they've got to fix the timeline. So Google says Sean Stark was born in 1995. What year does
It was like 92, I thought we're in right now.
It's like, no, there's an 8-year time jump. So that would mean 96, because Breeze gets killed in 97. So what year does season 5? So Google says season 5 takes place in 93. This doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
From March to December of 93. I don't know. They got to figure this out because it doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
Because she has to tell him in
She
this, season. It has to
she's
happen.
got at this point. So okay, so Jarita and Kanan are obviously getting closer.
Mhm.
Kanan lets her know, like, I know Rock. I knew her before, and Jarita was like, so basically, Jarita's like, I'm just a pawn in all of this. You don't really give a fuck about me. He's like, no. At first, I was kind of just trying to get some information on them, but I do
Mhm.
care about you. My feelings are real. And she's like, well, how do you know Rock? And he's like, she's my mother. And the Kanan lies and says he's an investor in the business and he doesn't do hand to hand, which I guess he doesn't do hand to hand. That's why he has a little street crew and stuff like that.
But I mean,
But she
he
knew
does enough.
he does enough.
Yeah.
And Jarita knew something because, again, you take somebody into a high end shop like that and it's like, get whatever the fuck you want. Where's that money coming from? Because
Right.
she spent enough time with him laying in bed. Kanan didn't get up and go punch a clock anywhere.
Right.
Like, we all know this. Like, you can smell a drug dealer from a mile away if you pay attention to all the signs.
Mhm.
So we jump back over to Rock's house. Rock tells Marvin that Joaquin is dead. Rock's like, we got to get another connect. Business will suffer. And at this point, Marvin is at his breaking point.
Yeah.
Marvin flat out is like, fuck the business.
Yeah.
Fuck the business. So I think this is the end for Marvin. Whether he goes to prison or he meets his demise, I think this is the end.
That's
We're
exactly
very,
what I was thinking. Like when he
yeah,
went silent and she was just like, talking
because
about
he
business. And
just
he's like,
doesn't.
"This is what you're talking about. I lose dead because of Kanan, and this is what you're talking about." And I was like, he's there.
He's checked out. He's checked
Yeah.
out. Like, you have to remember when Marvin had to go to anger management and we saw him actually take the stuff in and start to grow from it. It's like, how does this affect them business wise? And he was really close. Like, the counselor for anger management, I'm like, I think she's feeling Marvin, and Marvin was clearly feeling her, and with good fucking reason. That woman was gorgeous. When she got shot in the face, I think that did something to him
Yeah.
mentally. It's like, this woman's with me, and she took a bullet because she's with me. That's gotta fuck with them. Um,
Mhm.
them losing their mom, that's gotta fuck with them. Kenya coming back around and doing the shit she did to Jupe, that's gotta fuck with him. The shit that was going on with Jupe, that's gotta fuck. Marvin is just taking punch after punch after punch, and he has matured, oddly enough, with him being the oldest in the family. Everything that's happened has caused Marvin to greatly mature.
Mhm.
Now, he's still a fucking shooter because we saw what he did trying to find Neek, thinking that Neek was the one that put Lou down.
Right.
And we just saw what he did to Kanan. Healing doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
We're all a work in progress. And Marvin Thomas is probably the poster child for this doesn't happen overnight. So it's gonna
Right.
be interesting to see what happens over these next 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Um, we go over to Breeze, who's waiting outside of a club. So
Mhm.
at first I'm like, who is this guy? And then I was like, okay, this is the guy that Rock is supposed to be supplying. Um, here's where things get tricky. Garcia goes to the feds about Famous. And um the feds tell Garcia that the whole entire precinct is under investigation, just full of fucking dirty cops.
Right.
And then we find out that Captain Baptiste was involved in Fame's murder. So I knew something. I just like, when he told, so they kept showing those flashbacks in the recap of the captain. I was like, okay, this guy's been gone since like, was it the end of last season or beginning of this season? One of the two.
Yeah. I think it was the beginning of this season. I think they showed him for a little bit and whatever.
You
Yeah.
don't keep showing that guy for no reason. At this point, I'm
Right.
like, he's got something to do with this. I don't know if he's directly wrapped up in it or he knew, but he's
Right.
got something to do with this. They go back to Breeze. He's still sitting on that guy outside the club. Can't get close to him. Like,
Right.
he's parked there, and the dude comes up like, "Yo, you can't fucking park here." He's like, "Oh, my bad." So he sat on this dude
Security
outside the
is
club.
tight.
Tight. Yes.
Mhm.
And I think this is one of the moments where we see Breeze being logical, because he could
Yeah.
have just pulled out an assault rifle and just started spraying the area, going fucking crazy, which is why that shot of him shooting that M16 in the next episode is even more interesting, and basically what he told Kanan was interesting as well.
Yeah.
So back to Kanan, Juke goes over to Kanan's house, and here we go.
Calls him a bitch.
Marvin and Juke let a lot build up.
Mhm.
The Thomas family is fucked up. Let's be real. Their business is the drug trade, but they already lost their grandma, right?
Yep.
And the weight that Kanan carried, knowing that she was sick, was one thing. But I think Lou was clearly the breaking point for Juke and Marvin.
Yeah.
Juke has said what everybody's been saying on social media. What the fuck is Kanan's problem with Rock? Now, to that I say this. Rock did have Lou take D-Wiz out,
Yeah.
who was one of Kanan's, like, their crew was Kanan, D-Wiz, Juke, and Famous. And now Kanan and Juke are the only two left.
Yeah.
Now, also, on top of that, Kanan lost his father, Howard.
Mhm.
He lost, I mean, technically he lost Symphony. Symphony left, but he also lost his girlfriend.
Yep.
Two of those people he lost, Rock is directly responsible for it. Now, I guess you could look at D-Wiz as, well, Lou didn't have to pull the trigger. We seen what happens. Marvin tried to put that crackhead. He told him, get on the bus and get the fuck out of here. The crackhead didn't leave, so Marvin had to take him out.
Yeah.
But everybody's like, Kanan spoiled. He has to blame Rock for everything. To a certain extent, yes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she did have Lou take out D-Wiz, and she did have Howard. Like, she tried to have Kanan kill Howard at the end of season 1,
Yeah.
and then eventually they did take him out. So Rock does have her issues.
And because of that,
everybody's
that
like,
already fractured his trust with her. So now, Famous is gone. He thinks it was Rock.
Crystal.
Crystal, he thought it was Rock. And I mean, Snaps and
He
Pop
had
told him it was Rock.
He had just started to really get to know Detective Howard, and then Rock takes him out right in front of him.
So I get it. I get it. You already don't have
100%.
trust for her. Everyone's telling you it's Rock. Like, what's there not to believe if she's done it before?
100%. Like, people are like, no, Kanan's spoiled. I'm like, he might be a spoiled fucking brat, but Rock did kill people. Like, she killed his father right in front of him. She lied to him his whole life about who his father was. And then when he found out who his real father was, she killed the man right in front of him. Kanan has every reason to be mad at Rock.
Yeah.
So this next part, I did not see this happening. Famous's mom comes to Rock's house because she was cleaning out the house and found some of Kanan's stuff. And I'm just like, God damn, like, here we are. Like, y'all really gone. So the thing that got me, I'm going to be honest. When she told her to come in so they could talk, and then Rock was kind of like, oh, yeah, well, Famous was family too. I thought that she was going to ask Fame's mom if she knew anybody because she needed a new connect. Because Breeze killed the connect in the last episode. For a second, I was like, is she going to ask him? Is she going to ask Fame's mom for, like, if she knows anybody? Because, like, that would have been, I'm glad they didn't go there. But in my head, I was like, And you know why? For everything we just said, you can't trust Rock.
Right.
You can't. When you think that she's being genuine, she's looking for a way out. She's
Right.
looking for a way out. Um, so then we go back to Breeze. He's sitting on this guy on behalf of Stefano. Stefano wants the guy taken out. That
Yeah.
ain't gonna fucking work. It just was
No.
not gonna work. Um, Marvin on a hunt for Kanan.
Yep.
Shotgun right through the fucking door.
Busted through that door.
This has got to come to a head. If Marvin goes, who do you think takes him out?
Ooh. I wanna say it's gonna be Breeze in front of Kanan, because Kanan won't be able to do it.
I just don't know how this all works out because
Because I know
the
you
only
mentioned
thing
before, Kanan mentions he had a crackhead uncle, so that automatically
so
we assume he's just gonna go back.
well, apparently he never said that. Everybody's like that was never said. So many people have gone
Really?
back, watched, they're like he never said that. But then some people were like, well, he never said he went to visit his mom, and we're like, no, that 100% happened.
Okay.
That the videos are on YouTube. But this part
Yeah.
about having a crackhead uncle, having one uncle dead and one in prison, apparently he never once said that.
Hmm.
So a lot of people think
That he's gonna go?
he's going to prison for the same
Okay.
reason they kept showing Captain Baptiste. It's like,
Mhm.
why do you keep showing this guy?
They're showing the little
Well,
girl.
exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. And then Marvin putting her and Juke together, be like, "Oh, I got my two girls together. Oh, yeah, they're worried about me." And then her bringing it up, and Juke's like, "Hey, go play on that playground over there." And she's like, "What the fuck did you get into?"
Mhm.
And he's like, "Well, I need you to get your detective friend to look into this for me." They've lost control. They have
Yeah.
Marvin's got a murder rap over his head. Rock has Stefano against her. Now they got these, the Afghan mob against. Like they've lost
Yeah.
control.
Yeah.
The only people again, and the only people if we didn't have the original power to go off, and this was just a new show, and these were all new people, I don't know if I have any of them surviving, except the only one I think that would survive is Juke because she never really seemed to want to be a part of the life. She
Yeah.
got in at the last minute out of necessity, wanting to be closer to Marvin, and also she needed the information the police officer could provide as to who took Famous down.
Yeah.
So if there was no Power universe and this is the first show, I would be like, I think she's gonna survive.
I mean, I
But
never
Kanan is
watched any of the other Power,
really
books, so, like, for me, this is a brand new show, but
this is a brand new show.
definitely
Okay.
I believe that Juke would make it.
Yeah.
I do believe that Kanan would make it too. Not sure about Breeze though. Um,
See,
but
that's the thing.
I
Like,
already know. You already told me
yeah,
he's getting so.
yeah. Um, Detective Garcia, hot on the trails, shows up
Whew.
to Baptiste's retirement party. So, how much time has passed is the question because where at least this is what episode 6?
Yeah.
So that's 6 weeks. Baptiste has been gone since what the end of last season. So time
Yeah.
moves really slow in this universe. Why the fuck did you wait that long to have your retirement party? Is the first thing I'm thinking. But um, him, I got a little scared for Detective Garcia
When Baptiste
when
showed
he
up.
when he took him outside. Well, that for sure.
Yeah.
When he's like, you fucked up my party, so I'm gonna fuck up your day."
Yeah.
Because at that point, I'm like,
I was like, oh
he's
shit.
show if he kills him, they don't find out who really killed Famous.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. And we have to, for everything to move along, in the proper manner, we do need to know who's responsible for Famous's death.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way we get that Snaps and Pop go away, essentially. I'm just waiting to see because they also showed Crystal in the flashback, didn't they? Did they show? Or maybe I must have been watching a YouTube video. I don't know.
I don't remember seeing Crystal in the flashback.
Fame is enough. Is enough.
Mm-hmm.
But if Kanan also finds out that they're responsible for Crystal, that would be, I think that's equally as bad because remember he was going to kill Rock over that.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing is Snaps and Pop. Now, when you hear that Snap, Pop, what do you think?
Just
Outside
the
of power.
words? Oh, Snap
yeah.
and Pop? I don't know. I think of Rice Krispie treats.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Yeah.
There is a crackle.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Didn't you mention that last time?
There's a crackle. A lot of people believe that it's Breeze's mother. We don't know. We're down to 2 episodes. So I would believe that people were just talking shit, but it's a direct quote from Wendell Pierce, who plays Snap. What did he say? What was his quote? Now, why the fuck oh my god.
While you're looking that up, I had no idea that Lou was 29. He was only 29 years old. Because when they
based
showed
on like his
headstone, yeah.
Well, okay, so that's interesting because Lou is the youngest. So fuck, how old is Marvin?
In his 30s?
Rock's the middle child.
Maybe
he's got to be older than that.
I don't know.
Marvin's got to be damn near 40.
Right. So he's got to be like late 30s. And then Rock.
So Rock is mid 30s?
Mid 30s, yeah. Maybe.
Here's the quote. Go ahead.
Jukebox and Kanan are the same age. Around the same age, right?
Yeah, I think they are exactly like this. So they're in high school.
Yeah.
Or they should be in high school, but they clearly fucking dropped out.
Yeah.
Gee, all of them did, because so did fucking Famous, and D-Wiz got killed. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I never really thought about that till now.
Because that got me thinking. I was like, wow, Lou was only 29. How old is Kanan right now? Because he dropped out of school.
17 or something like that?
Yeah.
17, 18, that's a damn good question. How old
Oh, you know what? He has to at least be 18 at this point. Because remember, he had CPS on him because he wasn't 18 yet. And he had moved out of his mom's house. Yeah. That was like last season?
Okay, so Kanan is 17 to 18 years old. He was born August of 1975. Jukebox is 18 to 19, born 73 or 74.
Okay, so she was like a year.
So she's a year older. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. So here's the quote from Wendell Pierce directly.
Yeah.
We talk about the characters a lot. We look at the history of the character. We've come up with our own biographies. We hope that they introduce our past in the Power universe because it snaps, crackle, and pop. There's a third that is part of our history that no one knows about yet, and that's how we got our names. We have a great history, and we've talked about it. Erica and I have really become symbiotic. One speaks it, knows what the other is thinking before they even say it. So who the fuck is Crackle?
Right.
Like, who the fuck is Crackle? A lot of people believe that it's Breeze's mom. This from Reddit. Possible theory on what we can expect to see revealed in episode 4 or 5 of the season is a third member of the crew of Snaps and Pop, Crackle. See the second photo. We also have an interview with Sasha Penn talking about some generational stuff being revealed about Breeze's character in episode 4 or 5. This, of course, I believe is where Breeze tells Kanan the story of how DEFCON and how Rock supposedly killed DEFCON, this, that, and the third. If it's revealed that Crackle is one of Breeze's parents who could either been killed in a robbery gone wrong or even in jail right now, I'm willing to believe that Snaps and Pop took this person out.
That makes sense. I could see
I'm
that.
100%. Somebody put a gif of Snap, Crackle, and Pop in there. Someone says, I'm calling it now. Crackle was one of their siblings and Breeze was their child. I could see Breeze being the first in the Power universe to take out somebody they love in order to move ahead, which would be Snaps and Pop.
Yeah.
Someone says, I don't think they're related at all. He's just their top young earner and a hitter. And he got that title nephew because of it, which is incorrect. He did say that his mom and Snaps were brother and sister. So we do know that that's how he is their nephew.
Yeah.
This is interesting though. I would really like to know. We're down to 2 episodes. I hope that they're not just bullshitting us with this whole Crackle thing. I want Crackle to be an actual person and I want to find out who the fuck it is. I just don't want them. So also, young Tommy Egan is supposed to appear in the finale. We know that because the actor's mother went on Instagram and fucking spoiled it. The post has been removed, but we know he's there. Unless they're writing him out or editing him out at the last minute. I don't know.
Right.
Breeze gives Kanan a new Camaro. And this is about the year the body style changed because before that was like the IROC Z from the 80s or whatever.
Yeah.
Kanan just doesn't believe. He feels like with gifts there are strings attached based on, remember when Rock tried to give him that Mustang and he turned it down.
Mm-hmm.
So Breeze is like, people have, essentially it's like, yeah, people have ulterior motives, whatever, what the fuck, but I'm your brother. You can accept this from me.
Right.
Do we believe that Breeze really believes that Kanan is his brother?
I don't believe it.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think that he's just making that shit up so that Kanan will feel more compelled.
Like a connection to him?
Yeah, well, the thing and like to do what he wants him to do. It's manipulative.
I could see that, but I could also see this. We know Snaps and Pop are not above lying to people.
Right.
They clearly told Kanan that Rock was the one that had Famous taken out, this, that, and the third. They said, never seen DEFCON with any woman besides Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Rock flat out told Captain Howard, she's like, DEFCON was left-handed. And that was the first time I'd ever heard anybody say that. And then he was like, you telling me DEFCON was a fairy? She was like, he was twice the man that you will ever be. I don't know if, and everybody's like, well, gay men can have kids, which is very true.
Yeah.
Very, very fucking true. So I'm not saying that's a reason it wouldn't be true, but I believe wholeheartedly that Snaps and Pop told him that. And if Crackle is Breeze's mother and they took her out, there's nobody to dispute the story. You know what they say, to the victor goes the spoils, the winners get to tell the story because they're the ones who survived it. So anything they tell Breeze probably fucking believes it.
Here's the thing though. They really, really, like, they were just like sucking Kanan's dick about DEFCON being his dad. Why didn't they do the same with Breeze?
Why didn't
you have to remember, do the same thing?
Here's the thing. Breeze is their nephew, so they've had access to him essentially his entire life.
Mm-hmm.
They probably already did that. We're just not privy to it because it would take place off of screen. You have to remember, Breeze showed up at the end of the last season.
Okay. So then why wouldn't they tell Kanan when they introduced him to Breeze?
That is a good question. That's a damn good question. But, I mean, is that the conversation you want to have on a street corner? Like, yo, you two are brothers technically? Maybe, maybe not. The thing about Snaps and Pop is we know they can't be trusted. We literally know, like, even if we saw her put the bullet in Crystal's head. We saw them give the cops the money to take out Famous. They cannot be trusted. I just,
It's a possibility. I'm not saying that it's not. It's definitely a possibility. I'm just like, I just mostly believe that Breeze is just using it as manipulation, especially even with the Camaro. Like I just see all the manipulation tactics he's using.
100%. But the reason I believe that Breeze really believes this, so after Breeze gets introduced last season, he's having, so when they start to put together their little, commission or whatever,
Yeah.
Breeze says to Snaps and Pop, I don't get why the fuck we have to work with Unique. And he says, Kanan is a special case. We know this, but I don't see why the fuck I got to work with Unique. So I think him saying Kanan is a special case is, yo, that's my brother, so I'm going to work with my brother.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck about Unique.
Yeah, I could see that.
Now, I'm not saying that DEFCON really is his father. Do I believe it? No.
I don't
We
either.
know that Howard, even if DEFCON was really Breeze's father, guess what? Howard is Kanan's father. So they're not brothers. Only in name. Because Kanan has the Stark last name. Obviously, it was a good front for DEFCON because in the 80s, number one, there's a stigma about being gay in the black community. Let's start there.
Right.
Had to be 10 times fucking worse in the 80s. And number two, as a dope dealer, you're supposed to be looked at as like the toughest motherfucker around. And that's not something that they would want on their jacket at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Rock was a CI for Howard and she was underage. She definitely could not, they'd be like, who's the baby's father? And it's like, oh, it's Detective Howard. You're underage and you're fucking a cop. And you're a fucking CI for the cop.
Right.
You can't sell dope and be a fucking confidential informant. Like the streets would know that they got to take you out because you're on some bullshit.
Yep.
So it worked out perfectly. It worked out perfectly for Rock. Breeze, I really think
that he believes it.
I believe that he really believes that DEFCON is his father.
Okay.
I really do.
Yeah.
It's just the way Breeze carries himself. I remember Kanan when he told Tariq about Breeze getting killed before he told him it was Ghost. And he was like, was he scared? And he was like, he didn't have time to be scared. He was like, Breeze was strong, but he wasn't smart. And he comes off gullible as fuck. I'm not going to lie.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
He comes off gullible. I think Breeze wants people to believe that he's intelligent, but it's just not the vibe I get. I don't know.
Yeah.
Marvin visits Lou's grave, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
He's clearly conflicted on whether he should be killing Kanan or not.
Right.
Talking to he's basically saying, I don't know if I can let him get away with this. You're here in a box in the earth because of Kanan.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can let him get away with this. This has me so. They're giving exposition. I think I'm 60-40 that Marvin goes to prison for killing those people over Amber. 60-40. Could I be swayed? Probably. But right now I'm 60-40.
Okay.
So then we got Baptiste showing up to Garcia's house.
He came in hot. I really thought he was gonna start swinging or something,
and
killing him.
And that's what I'm saying, because if he takes Garcia out, the truth about Famous's murder ends there.
Yeah.
But in the back of my head, I'm like, no, Garcia has to live to tell the tale. Because at the end of the day, Jarita does get pregnant and Sean gets his name from Famous.
Yeah.
Sean Famous Figueroa. But who's to say down the line, like, yo, I used to have a homie back in the day. He was like my brother. I want to name the baby after him. Could be. But I think it's fresher on his mind when Jarita gets pregnant. And that's why I feel like Garcia had to live to tell the tale.
Yeah. That makes sense.
When Breeze gave Kanan the Camaro, he was like, yo, you look kind of fucked up right now. Like, we can't let this go down. Like, people are going to start thinking you're soft. Kanan goes to check up on his crew. who tells him about Marvin blowing the hole through the fucking door.
Mhm.
The kid was very convincing, like, "Yo, sometimes you get scared and, I don't know, but I'm a little scared," and Kanan takes the kid out. And he was like,
Yeah.
"Anybody that's scared needs to get unscared. Anybody that's shook, this is gonna unshake you. Get the fuck
Mhm.
out of here. Get back to work." This is not surprising because this happened in The Sopranos after Tony got shot. Everybody's like, you kinda they didn't really tell Tony that he needed to go back in and enforce, like, his will upon his crew. He concocted a story in his head that somebody left the refrigerator open. He's like, "I didn't leave the fridge open." He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me? You didn't leave the fucking refrigerator open?" And Tony just starts beating the shit out the guy. And I
Right.
like when Kanan did this, I was like, "Oh, this is his Tony Soprano moment." He has to show that he's still strong and he's not weak. Because Breeze
Yeah.
told him, "If people see you looking like this, they're gonna think we are soft. You cannot walk around looking like this."
Right.
Why homie had to get shot in the fucking head, I don't know. But here's the thing Imma say. I'm not condoning it. You can't be in that business and be scared. That the way that kid was talking, he did not belong. He should not have been selling drugs. He did not belong in the drug trade. Point
Yeah.
blank period. He just did not fucking belong there.
He just thought he was just gonna move shit
Say what he
and
say, and
be
it was yeah,
safe, but that's just not how that works. It's just
that's not
not.
how it works. And that's why Breeze and his fucking family left. I'm not Breeze, Unique and his family fucking left New York.
Yep.
Because they say that, like, with drugs and gangs, there's one way in, and typically the only two ways out are dead or in prison.
Yeah.
So,
It seems to
RIP.
me like whenever he did that, it just made me think like he's I feel like he's repeating Rock and how she does
Yeah,
shit. I feel like that's what
DNA.
he's doing. I don't think he's doing anything different like he thinks he's going to. I think he's doing the same damn thing.
I'll do you one better. Rock and Howard, because when Burke started getting closer, what did
Mhm.
Howard do? He fucking killed Burke.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Um, so Baptiste tells Garcia, in fact, that Snaps and Pop made the call for Famous to be put down. Um, Baptiste tells Garcia that the feds are on him about Famous, Howard, and Burke.
Mhm.
So we haven't heard the last of the Howard or Burke situations, which again, I think they did show them in the recap because I was just like, wait a minute, there's a lot going on here. They're building to something.
Yeah.
They're building to something. So there's something going on there. Um, Marvin sits down with Flossie and asks her about taking revenge.
Yeah.
And Flossie informs him revenge is useless. She's like, I didn't feel any better. Killing that guy did not bring my daughter back. Revenge is useless, Marvin. You need to focus all your energy on your daughter. And probably the best thing that anybody could have told Marvin.
Absolutely. I thought that was really, really good. And I mean, it really
Yeah, for
shows
sure.
you the kind of character that Flossie is. She's not just a pimp. She actually has really good
Yeah.
thoughts. I mean, she has good
But
advice.
also, great advice, but also at the same time, this is somebody who lost their daughter talking to somebody who still has their daughter. Like,
Yeah.
you're in a great position. Focus on your daughter.
Yeah.
I wish that I was able to still focus on mine. She's gone. So you focus on your daughter.
Yeah.
Um, Stefano and Bree sit down with the guy that Rock is supposed to be supplying.
The guy
Makes
that they're
the
trying to
offer to
kill.
him.
Trying to off.
Yeah. And what it was, so then Breeze basically told him, like, we can't get to this guy. I just think
Yeah.
that we need to leave this alone. So we saw these two moments in this episode where Breeze actually was level headed, telling
Yeah.
Stefano, we can't get to him. We just can't get to him. That's not going to work. And then when Kanan wants to snap back on Rock, Breeze is just like, no, you need a clear head. We need to focus. We need to focus. We go back to Baptiste. And I'm not gonna lie, I 100% knew this was going to happen. When he
You
started
knew?
putting on his when he started putting on his dress blues, I was like, he's about to take himself out. I
Yeah.
100%. I don't know. There's some movie or something where I saw something like this, and it always stuck with me and resonated. But I'm just like, you're putting on your dress blues to sit in the house. That doesn't make sense.
I just had flashbacks to Euphoria. And I was like, oh, he's
What
going
part?
somewhere and taking people out at the very end.
Oh,
Mhm.
Ali. Yes.
Ali.
Okay. That is one example. If you ever seen the movie with The Rock with Nicolas Cage, Sean Connery, Ed Harris.
Yes.
Ed Harris puts on his dress Marine uniform to go to the cemetery to basically tell his dead wife, like, you know, I tried to get through to them every way I knew. I can't do it their way anymore. I have to do it my way. And he basically knew that he was either going to die in this mission
Mhm.
or he was going to end up in prison for the rest of his life. And that's why I believe, if I remember correctly, he leaves his dog tags. He took flowers to his wife's grave, but he might have left his dog tags there as well. And I get going to talk to a family member's grave and stuff like that because you want to, you know, you still have things you want to say to them.
Yeah.
The physical's not here, but the soul could be, you know, whatever. But 3 examples. That, Ali getting dressed up. Because I remember when we saw the stuff in Ali's house, I was like, "Oh, he was in the military. Cool."
Yeah.
And then when he started getting, I was like, "Wait a minute. He's about to do some shit." It made me think of Ed Harris and The Rock, and then here we are again. I'm just like, yeah, I don't.
Something's
And
about
then
to happen.
even if you, The Dark Knight Rises, where Matthew Modine, where they go out in the streets to fight back against Bane and his army, he put on his dress blues,
Mhm.
gloves and all, and stood there and died in the street in his uniform.
Yeah.
So when I'm seeing this, I'm just like, he's about to take himself out. And when he opened that drawer and I saw the gun, I was like, I got this 100% correct. I got it
Yep.
100% correct. And sure as shit, because him telling Garcia that the feds were on him about the famous murder and Howard and Burke, I'm just like, nah, he's about to take himself out. 100%.
Yeah.
100 fucking percent. So we get back to something we talked about earlier. Marvin gets Juke and Amber together, the foster, you know, girl.
Yeah.
Juke, you know, just like, yo, what the fuck did you do? What
Yep.
did you do? And some people, I've seen so many different like theories, like they're like Juke is gonna kill the little girl to save Marvin, and that's gonna be Juke's real villain
No.
arc. And yeah, I don't think Juke is gonna kill a kid. Juke
No.
has way too much heart for that. Way too
Mhm.
much heart for that.
I think the little girl's gonna end up squealing and Marvin's gonna end up in jail.
You think so?
Yeah.
I find they've said it multiple times. The neighbor said they saw a black man. You told me to say it was a white man. The neighbor said they saw a black man leave the house.
Yeah.
It's out there. There's no way that cannot be taken back. We know there was a black man that left the premises.
Right.
So it's out there. And I got to be honest with you, I think you're 100% spot on. I
Yeah.
think that's what happens. But can I give you a little twist?
Yeah.
How about the police come to get Marvin and something ensues, and before they cuff him, maybe somebody shoots him?
Oh.
Well, because look at it like this. The understanding is that at some point, Jukebox crossed paths with Ghost and Tom. So I'm thinking this could set her off and she could leave for DC, but she is already confirmed. Haley Kilgore is confirmed that she will not be in Power Origins. So are they to meet off screen during the time where the time jump takes place? I don't know. But if there was a hell of a way to send Jukebox to DC for her to change her last name, because remember in the OG Power, her last name is Ganner. So at some point she changes her name. This is probably it. Why would you carry the Thomas name if your dad's dead, your Aunt Rock is dead, and your Uncle Lou is dead, your grandma is dead, your grandfather was dead before you were ever born? And Kanan's last name is Stark because they gave him Defcon's name.
Yeah.
What does the Thomas name even mean to you at that point?
Yeah. If that does happen, who do you think would have done it? Taken him out? I'm
That's the
thinking
tough part.
Rock. That's what I'm thinking.
I can see that. I can see that because Rock finds out about the situation with the little girl.
Mhm.
I
Also,
can see
now
that.
he knows who killed Lou.
And if I'm being completely honest, this sounds crazy, or maybe it doesn't. If there was anybody in the show who would kill that little girl, who would be heartless enough to do it,
Rock.
Rock.
Mhm.
All day long.
Yeah.
All day fucking long.
I think it would fuck her up if she did it, but she would do it.
Here's the thing. She talked about how much she adored Lou. You were my baby brother, this, that, and the third. Anybody else that would have been on some snitch shit, and Lou didn't 100%. Well, he did because he got drunk and went to Scrappy's mother and told his mother that they fucked up and they killed Scrappy. So essentially, he did snitch. Anybody else, they'd have put a bullet in their head. And that's why when they're in that car and Lou's crying, and we're just like, damn, dog, you can't kill your own brother. But they didn't. They took him to fucking rehab.
Yeah.
So for the family, they're willing to look the other way on certain things.
True.
That's why, honestly, the shit that Kanan's been pulling, if Rock wasn't his mother, she'd have put him down too.
Yeah.
That little girl is not family.
No.
So the same rules do not apply to her. So we have to watch very closely, very fucking closely. Kanan wants to hit the bar to go after Rock. Breeze is not with him. Breeze, for once, has a level head and tells Kanan, like, this ain't the time. We cannot attack right now. This ain't it, partner. We need to be very strategic about things. So shout out to Breeze for having a level head.
Yeah.
Rock sits down with the Middle Eastern guy. They tell her the deal is done. And Rock, being the hustler she is, oh, you motherfuckers partnered up with Stefano, didn't you?
Mhm.
All right, fuck that. Now somebody's got to go. So we're about to hit the, like, Stefano and Pino Bernardi. At some point, I think that's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, Pino already said, like, he's like, I know he's going to come after me.
Yeah.
I don't know when. It's not now, but it will be in the future. I think he's
100% going to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who do you think survives? Pino or Stefano?
Stefano.
You really think Stefano's going to survive?
So the last couple of episodes we did, I used to think Stefano was going. I really thought someone was going to take him out. At this point, I don't think they can. I think he's going to take Pino out, and he's going to take over. He's got South Jamaica right now, Queens, right?
Yeah.
And then he's going to take over Pino's region.
So you think he'd take over? The only thing I could make the argument for him surviving, but I could also make the argument for him dying.
True.
The reason I can make the argument for him surviving is those hitmen from Memphis should have taken care of him.
Right.
But they got greedy.
Yeah.
The one guy got greedy, specifically killed the other two, and then met his demise.
Yeah.
So Stefano seems to think a couple moves ahead of everybody else.
Yeah.
So that's my argument for him surviving.
I will say he is spiraling. He is spiraling.
Well, I mean, he's been spiraling, like, with taking Rock out.
Yeah. So that could meet his demise too.
That 100% could. 100%. Because he's so focused on making sure that Rock, doesn't survive, that he's doing detriment to his own survival in a certain instance. So, yeah, I could see that. Garcia and Juke sit down, and this is where we get the big, Garcia tells Juke the call came from Snaps and Pop to put Famous down. Garcia gives Juke the money back.
Yeah, he's like, Juke, I can't.
He's like, this ain't, like, so what it was, essentially, to me, is Baptiste telling Garcia, you're one of the only good cops left in the department. And then he felt guilty and that's why he gave the money back. And also,
Yeah.
you peel those layers back like a fucking onion. He knew there was a lot of fuck shit going on, and I don't think he wanted it on his conscience
Mhm.
for one. And I just don't think he wanted to be involved, considering the fact that he's got kids, he's got a whole family at home.
Right.
I wouldn't want the fucking feds looking after me either if I was a police officer. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Internal affairs is bad enough, but the fucking feds is crazy. Um, Juke does ask him to look into the situation with Marvin's case or the impending case that's coming at some point for the murder of those foster parents.
Yeah.
Do you think Detective Garcia survives?
Ooh. I think he does.
See,
I
my
think he
question,
does.
the way that Burke used to actually try to reach Juke on a personal level.
Yeah.
She didn't treat her just like another informant or like somebody in the street or something like that. It seems like she tried to reach her on a personal level.
Yeah.
So I thought initially, I was like, okay, so Burke getting killed, maybe this is what causes. I thought that Burke was going to kind of lead Juke down the path of becoming a police officer.
Yeah.
But it seems to me now, Juke and Garcia have a little relationship. You know what I mean? Because he gave the money back, but it seems like he's still going to look into the murder case
Yeah.
as it pertains to Marvin. So maybe there's a little bit of Garcia and maybe there's a little bit of Burke,
That
within
makes
Juke. And
sense.
maybe
Because I
that's
mean,
why she wants to be a cop.
she's the only one that's really been, like, talking to the police. None of the other
Yeah,
Thomas family ever really fucked around with police. I mean, besides
at
Rock
all, except
and
Rock.
Howard,
Yep,
but, um so I could see that. I could see that. I don't necessarily think that Garcia is going to die. Um, I see him doing this for her and then being like, "I'm done."
I'm
Or
done. Yeah, for sure.
he finds out it's Marvin, or he has a suspicion that it's Marvin. Maybe he's the one
And
who
at
brings
that
Marvin
point,
in.
he's a police officer. He has to do his job.
Yeah,
He has to do his job. We'll see.
yeah.
Um, Jaria tells Flossie that she's quitting. She walks out.
Yeah. I saw how she left it open, the door, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, no, I immediately knew. I immediately knew she had Kanan
Well,
coming in."
so from the trailer for this episode, everybody focused on Flossie having the gun in her hand because we saw the gun at Kanan's head. We're like, okay, how many white people are in the show? And that looks like a woman's hand. This is
Yeah.
Flossie.
Yeah.
Um, Flossie catches Kanan off guard. Probably the best line in the episode. You're lucky this rug is new.
Yes. I love that.
Um,
Typical Flossie, I love it.
so this is where things get. So now we're at the point where things are really going to get hairy in the next two episodes.
Yeah.
Flossie assumes that Jarita sent Kanan to rob her, and Kanan tells Flossie that he's beefing with Rock, and Rock is actually his mother. And Flossie, if I remember correctly, she might have said, "You got to be fucking kidding me," or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
that's
something
what she
along
said.
those lines. Where do we go from here? Does Flossie fucking survive?
I want to believe that she'll survive, but I don't know. I have no
Here's my
idea.
thing. Flossie is not the type to be outside mixing it up with people, you
Mhm.
know. So I would think that that would lend to her survival, but also at the same time, Kanan's not quite unhinged yet, but it's a short trip if it happens, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I think Breeze is already there. Now Kanan's told Flossie that Rock is his mother. I don't know.
I
I'll say this. My survival rate for Flossie is 70-30.
Okay.
70% she survives, 30 she meets her demise.
I can agree
And
with
then I
that.
think I have Marvin at 60-40, 60% either going to prison or getting killed, or 40%, going to prison but surviving. I don't know. But I got Flossie 70-30. 70-30.
Yeah. Especially, like, it's just so crazy because she has this relationship with Stefano, and Stefano already told her, like, you cannot be fucking around with Rock.
You can't intercede.
And now she's got Rock's son coming up to try to kill her. And so now she's probably like, well, shit, he was right.
Here's the thing. Bingo. Because she stated that when she went to talk to Stefano, her dad and Stefano had some sort of business relationship.
Right.
And that's how she knows him. She goes way back with him.
Mm-hmm.
Stefano clearly fucking hates Rock. Kanan is making money for Stefano, who also hates Rock. I just feel like maybe Rock comes up on the short end of the stick here.
Yeah.
And this could be something that leads to her demise. We don't know. We don't know anything right now.
You think Flossie's going to work with them to take her out? Because clearly Rock's been causing all kinds of trouble since she started working with her.
I would, but the only person who goes to Flossie's apartment and sits down and chills is Marvin.
True.
So how would Flossie feel after having Rock taken out? Can you still maintain a relationship with Marvin? Whatever the relationship is, whether it's friendly or it becomes romantic, I don't know. But also Marvin, we're in a situation where Marvin might end up in prison. So
yeah,
this is all very interesting.
Yeah.
I think that we need to make a list now that we're down to the last 2 episodes of like who's gonna survive and who isn't.
Yeah.
And then we'll all tally and say, like, I think this person, like, we don't have to say why we think they're gonna survive. Juke and Kanan are not on the list because we know they survive because they show up in obviously OG power. So
Right.
Juke and Kanan are off. What happens to the rest of them though?
Yeah.
And now, even though I'm out, Garcia's not out. There's no such thing as out.
Right. He already dipped his toe in. He's in.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's not out. He's not out. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, man. We had unfortunately a few days till Friday, and I'm anxiously anticipating. So because I really think that I think they did a great job putting this together. So obviously at the end, Rock shows up at the bar. The guy turns around and runs. Now my thing is this: I know Marvin's waiting outside. If Rock wanted to shoot him, she could have shot him.
Right.
But that's another body popping up. It's another body popping up in New York City in one of the roughest times for New York City.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were hoping to accomplish with that. Because if you do end up getting the work, you were supposed to offload it to him wholesale.
Yeah.
You think he's going to work with you now that you've killed his right-hand man?
I don't think she really cares about that anymore. I think she's just trying to gain respect again. Because she used to have all kinds of street cred.
She did. Marvin said, how many wars are you going to start?
Yeah.
And here we are. Rock is beefing with everybody. From Kanan to the suppliers.
And even the supplier, who was it? The Cuban or Puerto Rican.
Joaquin.
Even he was just like, listen, I've respected all of the people I work with, their boundaries. And she's just like, well, you're not respecting mine. He's like, you have no boundaries. Fair. But she doesn't respect anyone. She just does whatever the fuck she wants and expects everyone to be okay with it.
Rock put a gun in Kanan's backpack so he get caught with it at school and have to move back in. Rock threatened the girl because remember everybody's like, oh, this other girl, this is gonna be Sean's mother. When Kanan fucked the neighbor, remember I think he might have fucked the daughter and fucked the mom.
Yeah.
Who hasn't Raquel Thomas basically threatened at this point?
Right. Yeah.
So I just think that her life is going to catch up with her.
Okay.
I do. I believe. Well, we'll save it for the sheet. We'll save it for the sheet.
Okay. All right.
We'll save it for the sheet. So yeah, that is episode 6.
Yeah. So what was it about the end that you didn't like? How it ended.
The episode was so high. I don't think it's a terrible ending. I just think that there were other places you could have gone with that.
Okay.
There were other places you could have gone with the end of the episode. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but we're so close to the end. There's questions that have to be answered. We said the same thing when we did Euphoria.
Yeah.
We're at the end. There's questions that have to be answered. I want those questions answered. I don't wanna have to go out like, don't get me wrong, I love to read, but I don't wanna have to go out and buy a whole fucking book that accompanies the show to figure out what happened or something like that. I need them to physically show us, this is how Ghost takes out Breeze. Was Tommy really there? Tommy says he was there. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
Is Kanan's mother really alive? So does Rock survive this, you know?
Yeah.
Does Marvin go to prison? How did Jukebox eventually turn and become a police officer or a dirty one at that? And there's so many questions that we have 2 episodes to answer.
Right.
Because we know the principal cast, like, I don't know if you guys saw it, I put it in the group chat. The Thomas family proper sat down, the Thomas family and Kanan. So Rock, Lou, Marvin, Juke, Kanan, the actors all sat down and did kind of a like little question and like a little Q&A. It's on the Star's YouTube channel and stuff like that. And they all were effectively saying how much they enjoy working with each other. This was a goodbye. Because at this point, Lou was already dead when they do this. He was like, yeah, so y'all know I already got killed. So this is London Brown, who plays Marvin. This is Patina Miller, who plays Rock. This is Haley Kilgore, who plays Juke. Makai Curtis, who plays Kanan. I can't even think of my guy's name. Malcolm Mays, who plays Lou. This is these people sitting down. This is not the Thomas family.
Right.
So they're saying their goodbyes, which that tells me we're not going to see them again in the Power universe. It's over.
Yeah.
Like, I would hope that they shot some stuff that they could use, or I don't know, because I would still want my credit. And again, Haley Kilgore said no. They were like, "Are you going to be in Power Origins?" She's like, "No."
Okay.
So I don't know, but also, Shamik Moore is not in Power Origins. We kind of need to see how this Breeze thing goes down.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I want them to wrap up loose ends. You have the ability to do it. Don't talk to me about, well, it wouldn't really fit the story. Well, your job is to make it fit because you created the story within itself.
Yeah. So essentially what you're saying is there wasn't enough questions being answered.
No, because Wendell Pierce makes this comment about this Crackle person, and like, again, 2 episodes left. We don't know who the fuck Crackle is. Does like, did
and
they do
haven't
something
even been shown a whole lot these past few episodes
That's something
either.
that somebody pointed out. Like, we haven't seen Snaps and Pop in the last couple of episodes. So does Breeze find out that they potentially lied to him? There's so much going on.
Yeah.
That I'm worried that it can't be covered in 2 episodes. Unless the finale is super longer than normal.
Yeah.
Which I could see that happening. But there are questions that need to be answered, and yeah. I need this thing wrapped up properly.
Yeah.
It's just like when they're like, yeah, there's new Star Wars films coming. It's like, wait a minute. So we're going to find out, like, imagine going to see Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and not seeing how Anakin gets burned and ends up in the Darth Vader suit. A million people would have been like, what the fuck is this?
True. Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I'm sorry that they boxed themselves into 8 episodes. If you feel like you can't tell the story within an 8-episode order, then that's your fault.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm pretty sure they would have greenlit it, considering season 1 of fucking Power Origins is 18 episodes.
Right.
So, yeah, I do need some questions answered. I need a lot of questions answered, but we shall see. You got anything else? I don't have anything.
I don't have anything else. I'm excited to see how they wrap it up, and
yeah, me too.
Maybe I'll watch the other. Maybe I'll watch the other ones now that I saw this one.
I think that when I do it, I'm going to do a full watch through, starting at Raising Kanan through Origins up to the original Power. And I'm not going to. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I'm gonna watch Tariq's version and watch Tommy's version. I'm just gonna do Raising Kanan through proper Power and end it there after Ghost gets killed.
Yeah.
Because I just don't see, like, the Tommy didn't really capture me. The Tariq stuff was cool, but like it got really fucking strange toward the end. And it's like, we don't have to do this either. So I don't know. We'll see. But I am very excited for this weekend's episode.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us. As always, I'm Derrick Daniel Ocean. That is awesome, Amy. Killer Colby will be with us for our standard episode. Sterl should be as well as Jasmine. We're gonna go ahead and put this thing to bed. I am freaking exhausted. I don't know what's going on with my eye, but whatever. And I'm hungry. I gotta eat something. But that's gonna do it for us. Y'all stay tuned. We're going to. I want to get the finale recap episode out the next day, so we probably will be recording that on that Friday night. Y'all stay tuned for that. And then obviously we have our standard episodes. Planning some stuff for the end of the year. We're going to be covering the Game Awards. We're going to have our super superlatives and all that stuff. So you guys stay tuned. That's going to do it for us. Peace out.
Bye.